Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? This is Jez7780 with another What Grinds My Gears, episode 21 Gears Tactics Bullshit. And, yep, check out my other videos last night. I did a couple of a little review of my retro beast machine, Pandora Box 5S. It's pretty awesome. And I also did a short video yesterday about, just the good and the bad of the Xbox Studio announcements now that they announced at E3. But, one thing did stand out at E3, for me at least. And, you're going to have people go, oh, he's bashing, finding the negative with the press conference. But it just seems that while we want to focus, it's like you want to focus on the good, you want to focus on the bad. You got to look at it for everything that it is. All right, they won E3. Okay, they won E3 by showing the most games. Fine. But everybody just seems to have a lot of short-term memory. What's up, Finest? How you doing, man? Everybody has just a lot of short-term memory. It's like going into E3, and it kind of formulates into the process of these new studios. These new studios and the stories that people are creating right now. Like, oh my God, the next Hellblade, the next this, the next that. Oh my goodness, they're going to win. They're going to have a lot of games in it. Maybe. I wasn't down in the dumps. I'm now, poking my head out of the sewers. Oh, they bought some studios. Good. That's where I am right now. I'm not on a luxury high-rise building right now going, yo, man, we're good. Xbox One, they'll be here for the next 3 years. They're going to come out with blockbuster. We don't know that. Their track record over the past bunch of years, actually for this whole entire generation, has not been very well. And the messaging is what's driving me crazy. It's what grinds my gears so much is the messaging that comes out of their mouth. And it's not the games, it's not the console, it's the figureheads that spew the amount of stuff that they spew and then just flip on a switch and go, no, we're not doing that. And before I get into the Gears Tactics thing, I just want to have a little history lesson for everybody. Before E3, people were going, okay, here's the list. Xbox does have games. What are you talking about? Oh, they got that Forza kart. We probably don't want that. They got that Forza kart game. Oh, and they're gonna have that Gears of War spinoff for the holiday. That Gears of War XCOM game for the holidays. Well, then those turn to be slaps in the faces. The Forza kart wound up a game that you're not even getting on Xbox. Let's go into PC, some stupid Miami Heat game or some racing game. And then the other game, Gears Tactics. Nobody wants that. That's good. It's a feather in the cap. It's just another game. You're not getting it. Like, dudes, like you as an Xbox console owner are not getting these games. For a company that spills their guts out and goes, we care about the console owner. We're still in the console space. They slap you and kick you in the nuts and don't believe in exclusive content. We don't believe in exclusive deals and exclusive content, but go and put the fucking game on the PC and make it exclusive to them and not to the Xbox console. It is such a slap in the face, and for people not to be offended by that, I am beside myself because that is a kick in the balls. We should believe because it goes against every narrative that they have mentioned. The reasoning why they put all their first-party games on PC to make more people play. Who the fuck was asking for Forza? What is that? Forza 7 Apex. Somebody wanted that. Somebody wanted Sea of Thieves on Windows 10 store. Somebody wanted what other game? They wanted Quantum Break. They were asking for that on Windows 10. Fuck, even Gears of War 4 on Windows 10 did not have enough people to sustain an online environment, and they had to snowhorn those people into the Xbox version of the quick play playlists because those people were taking forever to find the game. So they had to add them and they have them go onto the Xbox ones because the Gears of War 4 on PC was not sustainable to have online. Fuck, even Call of Duty had a game on Windows 10 store. They canceled it and refunded it to everybody because nobody was playing the game on Windows 10. It wasn't cross-play with Steam. And Windows 10 could not sustain an online structure with those people to have quick matches being made. So they refunded everybody who bought Call of Duty from the Windows 10 store. And Gears of War, just likewise. Who was asking for it? Who? Who was asking for it? Well, I see people going around going, Gears Tactics, I'm not interested in that game. Nobody's going to want that game. I don't want it on Xbox. But wouldn't you rather have a game than no game? Like, I don't understand the logic there. And I thought Phil Spencer, when he goes blah, 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 and goes about, it's all about options. It's all about the options. We're putting it there. You know, we have different markets, it's all about the options. Well, I'll tell you, a quick way to not give somebody an option is to fucking not even put the game on the console. So why wouldn't they put the game on the Xbox? What excuse is there that game is not on Xbox? I just watched the trailer again to it just to see if I was missing out on anything. But you want to know what? I hope that game is absolutely incredible, because I think that will open up the eyes to realize that the console is not the spot that they care about. Sure, Phil can make 5 and 10 fucking pieces of hardware and say, yeah, we're in the console space. But if they're not going to support the console, that's a whole different story. I'd rather him say, we're going to support Xbox for the next 5 years, not that we're making another piece of hardware. Because you can make hardware all you want. If you don't support it, then what does it matter? You can make it. That doesn't tell me that you're interested in the console market, but you just keep making it. I don't care. That means nothing to me. You can make it. Just look at the X. What the hell do they think that they're doing by making the X and not having a game built for that architecture? I said it yesterday. We don't know this Microsoft anymore. If this announcement about studios came out 5 years ago, that would have been great, because you know that they're making those games for the console. But now they're making games for fucking phone, fucking PC. Who the hell knows? Switch. Who the hell knows what they're making games for? Dave and fucking Buster's. They're making games for fucking Dave and Buster's. Come on. Exactly. Jason Elliott says people should be able to play Gears of War on an Apple Watch. Exactly. Oh, on their iPad. They got to play Gears of War on a fucking iPad. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They could play it everywhere else. Just don't play it on your Xbox console. I don't give a shit because I got a PC. But for people to defend that going, oh, it doesn't matter that it's on the console, and people not to fucking ram Phil in the face and going, what kind of bullshit is this? What is this? It makes no sense at all. Everybody should play everybody but the console. And I don't give a fuck if it's a $10 game, a $20 game, a $40 game, a $50 game. The fact is every single one of those varieties of games is still a game versus 0 games. 0. And fuck multiplats, fuck all that shit. You make a console, you support the fucking thing. I don't care about if you make 5 consoles and you go, we're here, we're still involved. I don't give a shit. You're just poking your head in. You're just poking the tip. You're not even fucking investing in it. Those studios are for the fucking computer, people. Windows 10, that's where it is. And it's fucking Satya fucking Nadella. That's who it is. It's Windows 10. It's to try to beat Apple. It's to try to beat Amazon. It's no more Sony and Nintendo, and they don't give a flying shit. They have balls to come out there, and Rod Ferguson marches out on stage and says, we got a game for the fucking Apple iPad and Android. Oh, yeah, we got a game for Android. You want to know why? But Google won't put a real fucking YouTube app and allow YouTube uploading on Windows Phone when it existed, nor on the Windows 10 store. And Google won't have you integrate with its services. You can't upload directly to YouTube. I don't understand. See? There she is. There'd be my Google right there. She's listening to me. But We'll make a game for you, Android over there, because we got to support the Android store, right? Then on top of that, you have a crowd all wearing Xbox jerseys, all sitting there glowing green. Xbox all over the fucking stage. Bleeding green. People standing up clapping for Phil when he walked out like he was a fucking messiah. And then Ferguson comes out and goes, and here, exclusive Windows game, Gears Tactics coming to PC. It's going to have boss fights. It's going to have the Gears of War spin. It's going to have custom stuff. Windows PC exclusive. And then you pull back and everybody's like, oh, okay. And then, and here's Gears of War 5 for you peasants out there in the crowd. You're going to have to wait for this one. The other ones are coming soon, but you're going to have to wait for this one. And they clap. Yeah, exactly, Andrew Wilkins. They wouldn't buy Gears Tactics or Gears Pop anyway. That's what I hear. Mm-hmm. Well, don't worry. They don't have to worry about making a decision because Phil decided that that's not their option. You know, they're all about options except that one. So I think it's hilarious because I want to know who asked for Quantum Break on PC. Who asked for Gears of War in the Windows 10 store? They want fucking Gears of War on Steam. Nobody's asking for these games to be in the Windows 10 store. Okay? Nobody's asking for this. Nobody sat around. Xbox fans didn't sit around 3 years and go, you know what? We should put our games on PC. Who asked for that? Who? So even if the console is not asking for Gears Tactics, what amazes me, though, is that game was a fucking list war game, and it was like, oh, well, we'll get a Gears Tactics game. I'm not be interested in, but we'll get that game will be this holiday. There's exclusives coming. And then Microsoft goes around and kicks you in the nuts and goes, nah, you're not getting it. That's the amazing thing, because even that Forza cart was another thing where, and that's what I understand. When people's excited about these studios, or Halo announcement, stay tuned. Inside Xbox Halo announcement. All right, stay tuned. Hold on. Here's a commercial. Come back. Fucking Dave & Buster's light gun shooter. There you go. There's your Halo announcement. Fucking Dave & Buster's gets an exclusive. Oh, and we're fixing Master Chief Collection. That's your fucking Halo news. That's your Halo news. And that's what drives me insane, is because people make stories for Xbox and they have failed and missed opportunities time and time again. If you want to know how Microsoft handles studios by the power of Xbox, the power of Microsoft, the money behind them, go ask Rare how that turned out. Ask Lionhead, the power of Microsoft behind it. Ask those guys. You can find them somewhere. Go ask those people how, by being a first-party studio, allow them to do whatever they want and make the best game possible. Ask Rare that. Because when Microsoft owned Rare, the first game they came out was Grabbed by the Ghoulies, which is probably Rare's worst game ever. I think Sea of Thieves are right above that one. So the power of Microsoft doesn't really hold too much value to me because I've seen what they've done to the studios. And yes, they might give them creative freedom. They might tell the studio, you have creative freedom, everybody. You can make any game you want. But then they're going to tell them going, well, we want it to run on a fucking Android phone. Whoa, wait a second. Yeah. You can make anything you want. It just has to work on iOS, Android, and PC, Xbox. Run on all those platforms. Those are the things, and then they're going to tell them that. Microsoft is going to tell them where they want these games. They got creative freedom. You can make it a mouse, a squirrel. You can make it a human. You can do anything you want. I don't give a shit. It's just better be running on Windows 10, motherfucker, or fucking Android phones. And that's where it gets fucked up. And that's where Microsoft twists its Windows bullshit into the Xbox games and destroys us and makes us have to wait for shit. Why do you think these games are delayed? Why is Crackdown delayed? You know what I say? Fuck the cloud. Just put the fucking game out. I don't care anymore. But if you got to fucking shove the cloud up Crackdown's ass and delay the game for 5 fucking years, I don't want the cloud. I don't fucking care. All I want to do is play a fucking game on an Xbox console. And until Microsoft gets their head out of their ass and makes a game for the console, they are still not serious for the console, because those developers that they purchased could make anything. Who the fuck knows? Maybe they'll take the collective and saying, you know what? Go make a sequel to that Dave and Buster's game out there. We don't know. You don't know with this Microsoft. You don't know what they're going to do. Just like the misconceptions that people think that Microsoft has studios and they're going, oh, we're going to get Forza Kart maybe next year and we're going to get this. You're not getting it. How's that for a fucking a twist? You can't assume that the games that Microsoft is making, the rumors or so, are even going to come to your console anymore. That's how bad it is right now. So to have optimism that they're back in it, how can you? They're making another Halo game. Oh, it's the Dave and Buster's light gun. Okay. Oh, and they're fixing Master Chief. Halo Infinite. Who the hell knows when that shit's coming out? That wasn't even gameplay, and that was a fucking render video. Remember that Halo 2 video where they screwed everybody by giving a demo of a mission that wasn't in the game? This is even worse than that, because that was actually an in-game thing. This is just a video, a rendered video, 4K video with some bullshit assets in a controlled environment, video for showcase for E3. Who the hell knows what that game is? I'm hyped for Halo, but with Microsoft in there and the way they go, I don't know what to believe out of them anymore. On the stage where he committed to say, we're buying studios, we're investing, and we're going to make another console, and we're investing in Xbox, we're going to do streaming. Right after Rod Ferguson comes out and announces 2 out of 3 games that are not even going to touch your platform. And I don't want to hear, oh, it's 6-month exclusive. Excuse me. You won't go buy an exclusive from fucking Sony for 6 months, but you will make an exclusive off your console for PC? How does that make any sense? How does the whole 2 billion gamers, when you're leaving 39 million people behind, everybody should play your game? Everybody but Xbox? Is that the little stipulation at the bottom? Because that's what I hear. I hear you put that shit everywhere because you want more people to play. Why isn't Gears Tactics on Xbox? Why? And I bet you it's going to be a awesome game. And I'm gonna love it playing on my PC, 4K, best played. And I'm gonna love it. And it's gonna be a nice exclusive that if everybody paying for the console under your TV, you get to go play your multiplats. All right? Or go play your fucking preview games that are broken so you can test them for everybody else. Because that's the only time Xbox gets an exclusive. It's a broken-ass game going to the preview program. Tell me what game has been built only for Xbox that has come out on Xbox. What? PUBG. There you go. Nice exclusive. Go fucking fix it. So the messaging is what's driving me insane. They had good messaging, but you gotta stick to it. They fuck up the whole generation, and they will continue to, because they're talking out their ass. They're talking too big, too variable, too many things when they can't even solve the one thing. You make a piece of hardware, you support that hardware. Until you solve that, you're not going to touch 2 billion gamers. Nobody's going to want to even deal with you. And you could go around and go buy every fucking little company you can, like you used to, before you got hit with fucking monopolization of being with, that's a fucking word. But if you think you're just going to go buy everybody and thinking that's how you're going to touch 2 billion people, People are not going to stay with you. They're going to associate your name with a monopoly. They're going to associate your name with bad business behavior. People want genuine content for genuine experiences. People don't want you to do what you did to Skype. The power of Microsoft is now with Skype. The power of Microsoft is with LinkedIn. The power of Microsoft, all the money behind Havoc. The power of Microsoft behind Simplegon. It amounted to nothing. Nothing. Phil's back. Phil's been there for 4 years, and he was there for 10, 15 more years before that. He ran Microsoft Studios before with Shane Kim. He took that from Shane Kim. He has been there from the beginning. And since he's been head, that has been the worst our first party has been. So that was his expertise, was running studios. Instead, he came on and shut down studios. And don't tell me Terry fucking Myerson, because you want to know what? Everybody got a boss. All right? So Terry Myerson didn't single-handedly destroy fucking Xbox, okay? Because Terry Myerson had a boss. And who was his boss, everybody? Satya Nadella. And guess who's Phil's boss? Satya Nadella. All right? So everybody has a boss. Some guy can't just go in there and go, yeah, shut down all these studios. Yeah, because he got a boss. And he got the same boss that Phil got. Phil's just sugarcoating this shit right now. He came up with a master plan to sustain gaming in Windows by coming up with, like, we'll put our games everywhere because we are not going to win this just by focusing on the console. That's what Phil did. And he spun this around with good PR and sold this package that, if we make our games on other platforms, we could be bigger than what we are right now. And that is what is going on. That is what he did. He packaged this thing. Don't come in here and talk about the Gears thing is stupid, because you're stupid if you think that this is not a thing. All right? Because that is a problem. How can you make PC exclusives and not have it on Xbox? And don't say, I don't care, because that is your opinion. That is your opinion that you don't care. But in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't match up with the messaging. And that is where I'm coming in here to rant, because it does not match up with Phil's messaging. You might not like it. You might not play it. Who knows? It might be a shit game. It might be. But what happens if it's a good game and you don't have it? They make PC exclusives. They make games that come out on the console and then go to PC. Who gives a shit about that? Now games are coming out day and date, or they're coming out before they even get released on a console. All right? So when Gears of War 1 came out, it was on the console. That's fine. Then it goes to PC. I don't give a shit. I got to play it already. But when you make games just for that console, and in the world, this is the thing. They made games 20 years ago for PC, right? Yeah, they made games 20 years ago. They did not have a fucking person going around blabbing their mouth going, people should play everywhere. People should play on everything. Games should be everywhere, right? Games should be everywhere. The reason why all our exclusives are on PC is because everybody should play. So why doesn't that work for Gears Tactics? Nobody can answer that, right? Why is it not working for Gears Tactics? And didn't we all celebrate when third-party people were going around going, you could put that to the Xbox overnight? Fuck, in 15 minutes, I ported this over. And I see all these things on tweets going, Xbox is so easy to develop for. Xbox is so easy to develop for. I don't care. I'm going to play it on PC. I hope it's awesome. I hope it is. How's it designed for PC? Please. How's it designed for PC? XCOM is on the console. Fucking Halo Wars 2, Halo Wars 1, Halo Wars was on the console. That's a strategy game. Those are RTSs. Those are PC games. Why are they on console? Actually, Halo Wars 1 was one of the best interpreted games for a console. It doesn't matter if who's playing Gears of War on PC that they had to put people in the quick match. Like, who's playing? What is the ratio of people playing on Windows 10 versus people playing on Xbox or Sea of Thieves or for State of Decay 2? How do we know how the game sold? Microsoft don't tell us about sales. So to use sales going, that's the reason why we don't get it. How do you know? They don't tell you. They don't tell you sales. How do we know it didn't sell? Well, because of NPD. State of Decay Sea of Thieves should be incredible because it was number 2 on NPD, right? They don't tell us sales. We don't know. So we're making excuses for them for not getting the game. But it goes against the entire messaging of what he says. No, I'm not going to put you in the podcast if you're going to come in here going, I don't like that game. I don't care if I don't get to play it. Because that's the kind of bullshit that doesn't work. Because that's your opinion if you don't want the game. What I am arguing is that Phil goes out there and says he's committed to the console, but then the biggest first party that they got puts a game on PC. And you're satisfied with that. That's we're all satisfied with that. But now you get to sit here and we get to wonder and speculate for the next 2 to 3 years of what these new studios that Phil built. We get to sit here now and dream. Oh, Hellblade, what can it be? A Hellblade. Oh, Microsoft has that partnership with that playground, with that studio that's making the Forza card. Oh, what can that be? Avatars. Maybe Avatars will be in it. Yeah, you see what happens when you dream, right? You dream, right? I want spin-offs. It's you know what? Let's listen to, because you know what? I'm going to listen to, fuck this. I'm going to put this thing loud. Let's listen to spin-offs. Right? Because I got his ass right here. Let's see, because it doesn't sound. I'm going to put this shit up. Let's put this shit up and listen. Let's hear how Rod Ferguson sells this game. Is it a spin-off? Is it a bullshit mobile game? Let's hear how he says it. Oh, wait. It's going through my headphones. Let's hear how Rod Ferguson talks about this Gears Tactics game. Because you know what? It didn't sound like no bullshit to me. It sounds like a full-fledged fucking game. That's what I hear. I don't hear no spin-off. Get this bullshit to work. I'm going to fix this shit here. There we go. Let's see how Rod Ferguson talks about this game. Let's see. Oh, here he goes. First off, he starts with he's excited, so you know it's something big coming, right? But let's hear this bullshit spin-off budget game or bullshit game. Let's hear how Rod talks about it. I'm going to fix my mic too so you can hear it. I don't have all the tech bullshit going on here. There we go. And let's see how Rod talks.
Excited to also announce the true Gears of War PC experience and
a true Gears of War PC experience. Let's hear that again. I hear that again.
I'm excited to also announce the true Gears of War PC experience in a completely different genre.
A true Gears of War PC experience.
Gears Tactics.
Mm-hmm.
You create a whole new squad. Years before Gears of War 1.
Prequel.
Hunt the Locust Monster Maker responsible for destroying whole cities. It's our take on the classic turn-based strategy genre with a character-driven story. Faster, more aggressive gameplay. A customizable squad and equipment.
And of course, it wouldn't be a Gears game
without a massive boss battles.
Massive boss battles.
We look forward to sharing more about that.
Sounds pretty big to me. That don't sound like no that don't sound like a little rinky dink $5 game. So that don't sound like that. That is a legitimate game. And that game should be on Xbox. No excuses. Especially in the world of Phil Spencer going, games should be everywhere. That he says games should be, we should have our games everywhere. So, and developers, third-party developers ported over games to Xbox overnight. It was amazing. UWP, it's amazing. People were clapping. People are so excited. But your own first-party studio can't port over that game to the Xbox? That's bullshit. They can. I'm not saying they can't. They can. It's just been a business decision to have that on exclusive PC. And there I go with my hashtag priorities. So that's it. Hashtag priorities. Let me put it to you this way. We're going to put this in husband and wife scenario. The wife is home with the kids. That's your Xbox console. The husband comes home late. Whoa. What's going on? Why are you home late? Now, he's not denying it. Phil's not denying what his intentions are. I was out with the PC stripper. The PC stripper, yeah, baby. And I was out with the mobile stripper. The mobile stripper, I'll come home late because I was out with the PC and the mobile girls. But I still love you. I'm still home with you. I still believe in you, Xbox console. I still believe in you. But I'm going to be poking around out there with everybody else. Well, you'll still be faithful to me. You'll still stay there. You console owners, you guys wearing all your jerseys, bleeding green, taking pictures, all that. You'll stick around. Well, they go put stuff elsewhere. That's the messaging that just drives me insane. That's where I just can't. My excitement is low because I think that they will do better. Like, I'm not trashing their E3. I just don't know how we could accept that game from their first party is just being put on PC and not on Xbox at the same time. And I don't understand that. Halo Wars 2 came out on both of them. Fine. That's even more of a PC game because that is a high level like that. That is a high level mouse controlled system. XCOM has ported over to Xbox, the other one. Like it's always there. Like there's no excuse. And if they can map controllers, UWP makes you map keyboard. This is not something where it's a Twitch shooter. You got to worry about keyboard versus mouse, like controller. So I just don't understand the excuse of why it's not there. And that's what I took out of that whole thing, because I cannot understand what the excuse is, especially that he utilized this E3 to basically promise to us that they're serious about the gaming and they're not going anywhere. And I granted, they are serious about gaming. It's just Xbox is not the console anymore. It is just a mechanism for them to reach to the TV. And I'm not mad that you could play it on PC, and I'm not mad that, you know, PC people experience this. And then I have come to, that's it. I don't care. But I'm just letting everybody know who's getting super excited, tone it down, because it is just disappointments after disappointments from them. Because the Xbox that you envisioned 5 years ago, those guys are not they're not there anymore. That's the thing that just I see it crumbling. Like, it's not happening anymore. Like, man, if they announced 5 studios when they announced the Xbox One, that would have been huge. Smooth, what are you doing in here? Are you fucking destroying people in here? I have a PC. Don't play on Xbox. Complaining about a PC exclusive. Because, Smooth, I'm not talking about me. That's the thing. I am talking about the whole, the message that Phil is sending and what he's doing, showing that the talk they talk is bullshit because their actions don't support their talk. This is not about me. I'm not mad that I can't play on a console. This is not about me. This is about their poor messaging that has been there ever since they launched this generation. This is not about me. This is about how their messaging is perceived, the stories we create from the news that they show. And who cares? Because we have a Planet Xbox podcast. Who cares? If nobody cares, then why do we have a podcast? That's all it is. If nobody gives a shit, then why are we even talking about it? I invested money into this thing, and I've seen what their messaging is. And they have trickled that carrot. And now the new carrot is we bought studios. That should buy us some time for the next year or two. But I don't like hypocrites. I don't like people that say one thing and then say you're your best friend and then kick you in the balls the day after. I'm a genuine person. I believe what people say. I want to believe them. So when somebody tries to sell me a fucking car and they give me a lemon, I got a problem with that. And that's why I sound angry. That's why I'm upset. Don't sell me bullshit. Don't sell me good stuff and then give me bullshit in a box. Because that's the problem that I have with them. It's the messaging. It's all the PR, all the crap that they're pulling. That's the problem that I have with them. It's not the hardware. It's not the system. It's not even Xbox. It's not that. It is that they come out there and say one thing and then do something else. Because these games, now we say, who wanted Gears of War? Who wanted that Forza kart? But you want to know what? There was some gleam of light before E3 or before those announcements that we might get those games. You know, we thought that we might get those games. And to think that those games, when they come out, come to the realization that they don't even touch the Xbox. How's that for a rude awakening? So who knows what these developers are being told to do and told to support? What happens if one of those studios, like the Collective, they tell them and go, you know what? We want you to make a streaming game, a game that's going to launch our streaming service. How excited are you all about Collectives being bought right now? What happens if they go to Ninja Theory and go, we really want you to make a unique story-driven experience for mobile? And eventually we'll put it on Xbox. But right now, we want you to focus on iOS and Android. Who knows? Because it's happened before. This is not fairy tales. The games that we thought were coming to our platform have been basically pulled out of the rug from the console. And the reason why this is a problem is that they're still trying to sell the console and make it appealing to who? And everybody who likes Xbox and promotes Xbox gets on there. We see people on Twitter and stuff. Oh, now's the time to buy an Xbox. You should go get one. People, it's flying off the shelves. After Phil's messaging, Xbox One is flying off the shelves right now because he showed that he's committed to games. Everybody's trying to be a salesperson. Everybody's trying to sell it. So, and you know what? I'm a culprit of that as well. I try to sell it. I find something I like. I want everybody to have it and experience what I'm experiencing. That thing that I showed, that Pandora's box thing, that wasn't a review. I wasn't sent it. I spend every dollar of my own for everything that I have. Nobody sent me that for review. Those headphones, those Razer headphones that I reviewed, I spent $250 for those things. I don't get sent stuff. I don't get wined and dined. I don't get taken to rooftop parties. No. And I probably never will, because I'm never going to have that many subscribers. Never going to have that stuff. And that's not why I do this. I don't want to be on no rooftop party, because I want to have my own opinion and stuff. And I don't want it to be jaded because somebody took a picture with me. So when I had that Pandora's box, I showed that video because, I think it's a great value. I think everybody should try to, check this out, because this is something that's really cool. I was in sales. When you've experienced, I bought a digital camera and I wanted to sell it. So when everybody's out there, when you have a good experience, word of mouth is the biggest thing, right? That's the biggest thing. So when you have something that you are proud of and you like, you should be able to sell that. But when you trying to sell that, gets manipulated by their PR and what they're saying, like you're trying to say, yo, this X is the best place to play this game. And it's like, but wait a second. I could get that game right now on PC and play it better than you. I could go play Sea of Thieves right now 4K 60 and you have a lock 30. So why are you trying to sell me this $500 box when I could go get a computer that does a whole lot more? It doesn't just play games, people. So when you see people going, PC gaming is too expensive, a computer's a fucking computer. You could check your email. You could render videos. You could do photos with your digital camera. It's a computer. It's an investment. It has a lot more value than playing games, all right? It's not a dedicated gaming device. So when you try to sell that, oh, I'm interested in a Gears Tactics game. Oh, well, you can't play it on this $500 box. You got to go play it on PC. It just goes against the messaging. And it's nothing against the game itself. What happens if this game hits and all the reviewers are like, that game that they have right now, holy crap. That is where Gears of War should go, to tactics. That game could be incredible. 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Everybody's assuming it's going to be shit. What happens if it's good? And it might be shit. I don't know. I didn't play it. Was it even playable on the floor? And let's not forget Crackdown. What a travesty that is. They showed a little trailer of a guy jumping around blowing up stuff. Game wasn't even playable at E3. No multiplayer, no single player. Just Terry Crews yelling. And that game's coming out in February. So it's just their messaging, them throwing so much of Windows into Xbox. It's just beyond me, because I go back and listen to what they did with Xbox. They had to fight tooth and nail to prove why the console existed. They had to prove to a big corporation saying we should make a dedicated gaming platform, a closed system. And to come back 10, 15 years later, after 13 years on Xbox Live, and to see all this just become untwined. To say it's just a PC now and we put games everywhere and stuff like that. It destroyed the vision of what the Xbox console is. Why people were fans. Why Xbox fans existed. Look at it as a football team. What happens if you're at a football team and all of a sudden your team is just like, shit, I'm going to go play baseball. I'm going to go play basketball. You're like, well, wait a second. What about football? Yeah, we care about football, but, our teams, we're going to go try out basketball and baseball too. And then they're fucking losing every single game during the football season. Are you going to be like, oh my God, I love them in football? You're going to be like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Stop focusing on baseball and basketball and come play football. You're a football team. What the fuck you playing baseball for? It makes no sense. It doesn't work. You take the scenario that they're doing, it doesn't work. And the problem is that they're not addressing to the core. Exactly. I said, yeah, Mike retired and went to baseball, right? You're a basketball. And then guess what? He went back to basketball, right? The coach and own a team. You got to remember your roots. You got to go back to your roots. And like I said yesterday about the whole this PC console thing, I don't care that it's playable. We've come to the realization that day one thing. Now it's the next step where now the PC is getting games developed by Microsoft just for PC, but you got a gaming console right there that's supposed to be one family, one system, one store, one UWP. You told us this. People made YouTube videos about this. Everybody said this. So why doesn't it exist? Don't tell me it doesn't sell on Xbox. Don't tell me it's a PC game. It doesn't. It makes no sense. It goes against the entire message of them, what they're saying. They want to come out and they want to make statements that UWP is the future. You make it once, it's everywhere. You got to demonstrate that. You got to demonstrate that. And like I said, you have to start from ground zero as your own companies. Your first party has to demonstrate this. Has to demonstrate this on the console itself. You cannot depend on third party to just use your power. You can't. You have to show, you gotta show the power from you. And we will see about the studios, about the stuff. But the messaging, again, it makes no sense to me. You won with saying that you had this console. You're making another console. You committed to everybody. You promised people. You had to take E3 time on the stage and say that you're committed to gaming. They had to do that. They were losing. People thought they were gone. They were leaving. He had to do that. But then to end it on, and here's Rob Ferguson, and he's just announcing 3 games, and 2 of them are not touching the thing that I said we're committed to. They're committed to gaming and Windows gaming. I'm excited for Windows gaming. But like I mentioned, for the Xbox console itself, until they make a game just for the console, built for the console, they're never going to utilize the full potential of the hardware, that all that investment that they put in. And actually, I listened to his interview at E3 saying how, well, I had to talk about the next Xbox, to let people know that we're invested in it. And he goes, it's a lot of money. I had to get the approvals from way up top. And, he's a realist guy. He's real. And I'm not saying that he is the ultimate problem. I never said that he's a mean person. He's lying to our faces. I'm saying his messaging being spilt from the top, I am sure it's not what he wants to do. He wants to win Xbox. You know that. But he had to package this up because of the boss. Everybody has a boss. And Satya is different than Balma. Balma wanted to win bullishly and be the best in everything. And that's why you had hardware and experiences and all that. That's what Balma would do. Satya is taking the passive approach in that he kind of just wants to be invisible. He wants this big billion-dollar companies to be kind of in the background, invisible. And that's what he wants to do. But the biggest problem I have is with, they were a consumer-oriented company. That's where Xbox came in, the Surface and this consumerism. And they pulled out of the consumer market and focused more on cloud and enterprise. So where does gaming fit in with that? Well, gaming really doesn't, because that is of the legacy model of being dominant, beating Sony, beating Nintendo. So that is the challenge that they have. And I'm telling you that what Xbox has done is Phil had to repackage this and sell it as a service. And streaming is probably the future. And you see with PlayStation Now, they're going to add downloads probably in September, which I thought so because I was looking at the PlayStation Now $100 for a year, which is a pretty good value on that thing. But it ended in September. I was like, oh, something's going to probably happen in September. Now there's rumors they're going to add downloads. Competition is good because they saw a Game Pass and they saw that Microsoft got involved in that subscription base because guess what? PlayStation Now was just sitting chilling. And then all of a sudden Microsoft got involved in Game Pass, and now all of us, I've seen updates to PlayStation Now where they fixed the store, they made the interface better because competition drives quality. That's why Xbox still needs to be present in the console space, but they can't take a side eye to the console. They have fans there. They got people that believe in it still. They cannot ignore those people. That should be the first place that you put a game. You should kick down the doors to every single one of your first-party studios and go, everybody should be making a game right now for the console. And then go, and we'll expand from there. The game will go to the console, we'll put it on PC, and then mobile, and we'll spread out way. They're imploding on themselves. What they're doing, instead of starting from the core and expanding to reach more people, they're abandoning the core and just kind of reaching outside and not addressing the core owner. And that's always been my problem with it. And say what you want. If you don't like the game, you don't like the game. I don't know if this game is going to be good. But the fact is I've been hearing a lot of games coming out of Microsoft, and I heard that games take time. But it seems to me they don't have fucking problems rolling out games to everybody else. So is that games take time only addressed to the console people because they think that they're going to stick around and twiddle their thumbs and wait for Microsoft to sort their shit out? Is that what they're telling us to wait for? Or are they really invested in it? Are they really going to make a console game? Because they've said that console games could games could be a console exclusive, PC exclusive. But are they using PUBG as a console exclusive? It's a preview game. But I do think, I was ticked off. I remember even you watch back and go look at the presentation when I was like, wait a second, they just announced that just for PC? Like, huh? I thought we were going to get a Gears game this holiday. Well, I am. I'm going to play on the computer. I hope it's good. Like, I like XCOM. But the thing is it doesn't matter about me. That's the thing. This is not about, I don't like it, so therefore it doesn't matter to me. Because I listen to everything. I know there's both sides to every story. I just can't understand how the messaging from them, it's not coming. It's probably coming to what, 2019? Everything is a 2019. But they should not do, and I don't know. Maybe everybody's saying for now. I got a couple of tweets, people saying for now, but I just don't understand when he says that PC. I'm gonna fix this fucking microphone. What the hell's that? Uh-oh. Smooth's coming for me. I'm gonna have to end this. He's coming. He's coming for me. Smooth's coming. Someone's at the door. I gotta go look at my camera now and see if it's Smooth at the front door. Smooth, that's not you, right? They're coming for me. They're coming for me. But I think that I see a couple of questions in here. What did it say? Should they purchase PUBG, Life and Time Podcast, or maybe not? Well, that lawsuit is probably not good. He's still there. All right. Thanks. Maybe Addict. Maybe Addict's driving up. But yeah. I think that the lawsuit, definitely not gonna buy somebody who's in a lawsuit. But the thing with PUBG, again, it is so is so crazy that they got in bed with them at such a good time, and then Fortnite came and just kicked them in the nuts. Like, oh man, and then just put themselves on everything. See, the funny thing is that everybody else is doing what Microsoft is saying, except really kind of Microsoft's not super effective at it because they are technically not really everywhere, you know? And that's the thing, like the mobile PUBG, the mobile Fortnite, the mobiles. Oh, leave him alone. Smooth nose. He that Coon, stop it. Leave Kid Smooth alone. He's fine. We're all joking around. But he's probably sending the gaming attic over here right now. But like the thing is like, you know, they could have again, I don't know what purchasing anybody really means. Like in this new Microsoft, and then the new Microsoft right now, like just look at Minecraft. They bought Minecraft. Even We Happy Few, the collective, they could have easily basically said, you know what? Pull the game from all our competition. We just want that game on Windows 10 and Xbox. They could have did it with Minecraft, but they're keeping it there because they're smart, and that's the vision. It's like, you know, they probably love buying these companies that have games on other platforms already. You know, like Hellblade goes on sale on PlayStation. Well, guess what? Microsoft gets a cut of that now because they own Hellblade. Well, they own the studio that makes Hellblade, so I'm sure they get some profit of it. So I'm just looking at who they purchased besides Playground Games and you know, and the State and Undead Labs. The other guys, you know, are basically kind of have games out. Like, you know, they have Hellblade out there. They got the other you know, We Happy Few, and Microsoft technically can say, well, we got games on PlayStation, just like they say with Minecraft. So they like that. That's kind of where they want to go. So even if they bought studios, who even knows what these studios are going to make? Like I said, that's the thing. Is going to be a console exclusive? Is it going to be a PC game? Is it going to be a PC, mobile, and Xbox game, console game? What is it going to be? We don't know. Microsoft has their hands down so many different kitchens. We don't know what they're going to make. You know, they can have their hand in the gourmet kitchen. They can have a hand in the McDonald's kitchen. We don't know what's going to come out of them. Are we going to get a Miami Street? Or are we going to a Miami Heat thing? Or we're going to get, you know, the next Halo or the next like Gears of War, the next Titanfall, next Fable. You know, with the Fables going, we know Playground's working on Fable, so that's good. At least we know we're working on one of them. But again, we don't know what Fable is going to look like. Is it going to be Sea of Thieves, like, you know, kind of colorful, or is it going to be kind of serious? What's the tone going to be? We don't know. There's a lot of questions here. But again, I am not going. They did what they needed to do. And that's what I said before this whole thing started. They came out there and did what they need to do. You can't, you know, beat up on a person that is rebuilding, I guess. But you can beat up on them if they're telling you they're going to win the Super Bowl and they got a bunch of rookies. Then you can say, you know what? You shouldn't be talking right now. Go rebuild and come back to us later. You know, don't talk about touching 2 billion gamers when we can't satisfy the 39 million that are out there. Okay? Come back. Just stop talking. Please. Please. Get off NBC, MSNBC. Just stop it. Zip. Gag rule. Please, because all you're doing is just digging us deeper and deeper to not knowing what the hell is going on. And then, you know, everybody coming out of three. Microsoft announces another console. Like, oh my God. Do you know what that does to Xbox sales? Like, whatever they are now, people are going to be like, oh, you hear about the new console they announced? No, what? Yeah, it's coming out in the next couple of years. Oh, okay, well, I guess I won't buy it. Like, what games they got out now? Well, nothing really. You know, they're coming out with they bought a couple of studios. Games probably come out in a couple of years from now. Okay, I'll just buy this Switch now. I'll just buy this PlayStation now. You know, people don't walk into retail if retail's still going to be around. But people don't walk into a store going, I want to buy that 2 years from now. You know, I'm going to go buy that 3 years from now. You don't walk into a retail store that. You walk into a retail store, I want to buy this right now. What can I play right now? And they're not winning that game. And I thought that they could have used some of the money, and the Mooch said this too, like they could have used some of the money and bought some exclusives, bought some time, bought some games, maybe making the next Tomb Raider exclusive. Who cares if it's 6 months? Come out, yeah, 6 months, but at least it's an attempt to draw some attention to your brand, to your console. But they didn't do that. So, and then they go put Gears, and then they tell the first party studios, go make a mobile game and go make a PC game. And then they tell their partnership, go make a Forza. No, we're not going to do Forza Kart and make it like a Mario Kart and put it on Xbox. No. Just do some Miami Street PC thing. You know what? Hey, why don't you take a Halo game? You know what? VR is, and here's another thing. VR is not on the table. That's it. It's done. So they better pray and cross their fingers that VR dies in the next few years. Because what happens is that when VR maybe gets a bump, you can have Sony's name in there, HTC if they're still around, Facebook's definitely still going to be around with Oculus, and Microsoft's going to look like the little guy that can. We got a VR. We're here too. Nobody developed on you. You weren't serious about it. When everybody else was taking the loss and seeing if VR could work, you stood cowardly in the background, saying that, it's going to be on the Xbox One X, and then quickly pulling out. This is what I mean, the messaging. I'm just worn out. I'm worn out. Connect. Go listen to 2015 Phil Spencer. Connect was the shit when he came on. Connect. It's just, I am tired of the hyperbole. I'm just tired of the talk, of all the bull, without showing anything for it, without having something here and now, and telling people to wait. And then you spend 2 to 3 years. We waited to E3, and more so the podcast, the talking, anticipation, what they're gonna do. Basically, E3 was like a train stop. You went through, and it was like, yeah, we're making games. Talk to you later. Exactly. The initiative is making it. Thanks, Tiger King. Something to calm me down. The initiative is already making a new game and already have a new engine. Hope it's not a mobile engine. But what I said is, I know these studios are going to make games, but what kind of games? And that's the question that we need. We need to see what the game looks like. What platforms is it going to be on? Is it going to be an Xbox game, a PC Xbox, a mobile PC, a mobile game? We don't know. But no, Andrew Wilkins, they pulled out of it. The VR for the X, it's done. It's done. There's no more. My problem with it is that you got to have a contribution in there. You can't just let everybody else and then kind of just jump in and be like, we're relevant. Not when you're a big company like that. You got to take risks. You got to take risks. You got to take risks with your games. You got to take risks with those devices. And these other companies, the PlayStation taking a risk, they're all taking risks. But VR is just going to be another way. Actually, I was just at a VR bar they had. Basically, it was like a bunch of little things set up, little booths, and you rent out a VR thing for the day. It was crowded for Father's Day. Everybody was in there, but I didn't even know one existed. But the thing is that just the messaging, that's what grinds me. It's just, it doesn't affect other people. People probably don't look at it as much as I look into it. But my thing is, as a salesperson and knowing you're supposed to sell your product, the thing is, yeah, HoloLens, I know that's another thing where they just, HoloLens too. Well, that whole group is gone. So I don't know who's making HoloLens. Kudos. They divided. His whole group is gone that was working on HoloLens. They fired Laura Lollipop. I said a couple of weeks ago. She was working on some games. Jez Corden said in one of his podcasts what specifically she was working on. But they got rid of that whole group. So I don't know who's going to make it. There's a lot of I don't knows. But the thing is like, it's a roller coaster. HoloLens. HoloLens. But it's just been a roller coaster of a ride. And, it just continues because, there's nothing to do right now with them. We got to wait. So we're going to say, what's Initiative's next game? What's the Collective's next game? What's all their next games? What are they going to be? What type of games? And what I tried to say yesterday was that, these games might be, we don't know what they're going to be. What's the scope of them? So, the thing is that it's really the messaging. Like I said, if, I'm not saying it should bother you. It bothers me. That's why I bring it to my channel, because it bothers me. And I need to vent, because if I wasn't doing it on my microphone, I'll be doing it to the wall. And I'd rather get out there and have you guys listen to how I feel about this stuff. And price didn't get to me. It just grinds my gears. So that's why I hit the record button. It just grinds my gears about. I don't like when people not genuine and people not honest. And it bothers me even more when they seem honest and seem genuine and people believe them, going, oh, I trust you so much, the Messiah. Oh my God, I believe you. And he seems so like smooth and talking and stuff like that. It's just like, it bothers me even more, because I'm like, but what you're saying, you're not doing. You want everything everywhere, but then you're denying people of Gears of War game. This is not some hobo, some clown game, some like hunky dory some unknown developer making some PZ game. No, this is the coalition making a tactical game, XCOM style, for the PC. When you have a gaming console there, why is it a timed exclusive if it is? And why is it not on your Xbox if UWP, they're one family now, all this other stuff? And you're a hypocrite. Age of Empires never made the console. That's an untapped market. Guess what? Halo never. Who asked for Halo Forge mode? But they put it on there. And then when you go, well, why are you putting your games on PC? Phil Spencer's like, options. Well, why doesn't it work the other way? And then I see people making narratives. Oh, it's only a 6-month exclusive. Who said that? Who's 6-month exclusive? Who said 6 months? Like, they didn't say that on stage. And you got a room full of Xbox fans sitting right in front of you. Why would you not say that it's coming to Xbox? Why would you say it's coming to PC and then walk off the stage? It's not going to Xbox. It's not. It's on PC until otherwise. I'm not making up a narrative going it's coming to Xbox eventually. Who knows? The way it was sent message to me was that here's a mobile game from us. Here's a PC game from us. And here is your console game, Gears 5. And we don't know how things did well. I don't know. Tiger King, maybe Halo wasn't too well on Xbox. But it did well enough the first time that they made a sequel. And they put it, and it was a strategy game. And it worked on Xbox and worked on PC day and date. But it does say something then. If games that Microsoft is making are not popular on the console that they're selling. So to say like, oh, that game won't do well on Xbox, that tells me the other problem I have. They have no fucking idea what their core wants. That's the ultimate problem. They have abandoned the people who invested in their product. That's been the problem. And they talk around it so much. And if you're still, that's what they have done. But if these games are not doing well on the Xbox, if Halo Wars 2 and Gears Tactics won't sell, if they're not doing well, then Microsoft has a problem, because they're not making games from their studios to their audience. That's a problem in their game design and game decision. It's not my problem. That's a them problem. That's them. Their marketing and analytics and how many people logged on and all the other shit. Maybe get out the fucking, maybe what they need to do is get rid of all the technical stuff. Get rid of all the analytics. Get rid of all that bullshit and just make a good game. Don't go, well, everybody logs on at 6 o'clock on Sundays and they're buying DLC 5 times the rate on these type of games, so we should make this type of game. Just have a creative vision and make a game. And you know, but tell you, yeah, say like third person shooters do well on PC. Third person shoot, like I guess, like what, Fortnite, I guess, and PUBG, third person shooters, right? They complained about PUBG when they wanted out of third person, they wanted first person view for PUBG. PUBG, first person, PC is dominant first person. Third person, okay. But they put Gears of War on PC. They put games that don't matter because they wanted, the excuse was they want everybody to play. So when you have Gears Tactics, a new genre in a popular franchise, shouldn't everybody play it? Shouldn't everybody play it when it comes out? What happened to shouldn't everybody play? Everybody should play. Where you are, wherever you are, you should play. So why, when I'm in front of my TV, I can't sit there and play Gears Tactics? I got to go into my PC room and play on PC. Okay, well, that doesn't sound like the message that you're sending. The reason why Halo, Infinite, Gears 5, all because everybody should play everywhere. Everywhere you go, we want to be there. We want to touch gamers everywhere. So, okay. Even the mobile game, why isn't that on a stupid Xbox? Like, just dump it over there just to complete your vision and have consistency in your message. That's all I'm asking for. And that's what grinds my gears. And again, I want to thank everybody for coming out. You know, I had to think things smooth. Thank you for coming in, Gaming Addict, wherever you are. I just wanted to get my thoughts out, because if I don't get it all out, then I'll get into conversations with something else. But I had to get them out. But next time, like I did last time. But thanks again. We'll tune in to Planet Xbox tomorrow night. We probably won't be talking about this stuff. We will see, but now that I've vented, I've said what I had to say, so I won't say it again. But you know, again, this is not all Xbox fans should not feel like me. I'm not sitting here going, Xbox fan, you guys will feel like me. That's not what this is. I'm not gonna tell everybody playing Xbox you should feel like me. I'm just saying this is how I feel when the message does not jive with the actions that they're doing. And I said, they did an excellent job. I'm happy that they did studios. Not going to take it away. They dominated E3. They showed all the games. I think Sony was a bunch of bitches for not giving release dates and not showing third party, because they gave the impression, they just said, hey, we're just going to take our games and not show everybody else's. And they gave Microsoft an opportunity to show that. Sony needs to wise up, because guess what? You put your guard down, the dog is going to strike. So I understand that you guys want, the 4-pillar games over at Sony and want to tell a story, come walk with me, all this other nice, fancy stuff. But you can't give the impression that you don't got that third party over there and give Microsoft those opportunities to show third party. And Microsoft did. They took every opportunity. They showed Japanese games. I'm not taking anything away from them. They did what they needed to do. They reassured that they're serious about gaming and they're in it. But in that conference, there were some head scratches that really kind of got to me with, I'm believing the vision. I got my PC. I'm talking on the phone, doing this other stuff. It's all great. But, I want to get my Xbox. I want it. But they do everything to make you not want it. I just don't, to tell me that they don't care. Like, now you just get it because you like it. It's like, no, I want to want it. And that's it is what it is. I might not get that out of them because they're not focused on the console as their primary source of success. It really is the PC. There's tons more PCs, Windows 10 PCs out there than Xboxes. And that's the market that they're driving. And that's probably why that game's exclusive. They probably figure they're better off selling it to what 1 billion PCs out there, or whatever the hell they have install base of Windows 10 PCs. The install base of Windows 10 is probably much larger than Xbox. I could look that up. I probably am going to look it up for next time, but I'm sure the Windows 10 base is a lot big. I could look it up. I don't want to leave you guys hanging with some stories that I'm doing. But let me just look that up quick. As of that's fucking old. Let me look. Windows 10 install base as of 2018. We got they're targeting 1 billion install base by 2018, but they're gonna miss it. But when's this from? Holy crap. So back in July 19th, 2016, Windows 10 is the hottest start with over 350 million monthly active devices. 350 million. Yo, that is a bigger install base than all of them. So that's why the Windows 10 PC, the store, and because you're reaching out, and that was when it started. I imagine it's a lot bigger now, but millions, 350 million in 2016. Shit. I think I answered my own question. So you're looking at 35 to 39 million, or you're looking at over 300 million. You do the math. Where are you going to put your game? Well, see you go. I came full circle. But still, adding another 39 million to a console to keep your message consistent, that won't hurt anybody. But it shows that's where their focus is. And that's why I invested in a PC. Like, it's it. Like, Microsoft told me that's where they're going. So that's where I'm going. But anyway, but I do feel there's a value of the Xbox. And if they do make a console exclusive game, they could bring back a lot of people. Just make a banger for the console exclusive, even for a month. Damn. But anyway, this has been What Grinds My Gears. This is Jez7780. Like the video. Again, not trying to convert people. I'm just saying what grinds my gears. So anyway, this has been another episode. I want to thank you again. Go look at my previous first look at the Pandora box. I did do some quick rants early on, some recaps of E3. I'll be on Planet Xbox if Smooth and Gaming Act will have me there tomorrow night. With the rest of the crew, my boy Merc305 and Frogs. We got it tomorrow night, 8:45, I believe. We had a great interview last week. Those guys over at Undead Labs, excellent. They told it the way it is. I'm excited for their next game. I really hope it's the MMO that they always kind of wanted to do. But, they were great guys. That was a great interview. And shout out to Smooth for getting that. That was great. So, go listen to that from last week. And thanks again, everybody. This is Jez7780. Go follow me over on Twitter and share this YouTube channel. Go my install base so I can get more people commenting on my opinion and telling me what grinds their gears as I tell you what grinds my gears. Again, thanks again, everybody. Talk to you soon.